I ask people a lot of questions, and one of them is obviously the fact that what is it that you eat when you go out, and how does something make you feel when you eat it? And over a period of time, consistently, the response was, this restaurant was great, the food was great, but I left feeling really heavy, and I'm not going to eat for at least the next few days. And that's where the term sort of post-meal stress disorder comes from. We want to alleviate that. That was that for me was the first idea.
There's a growing consciousness because people realize that our lives are nowhere close to where they used to be 10, 15, 20 years ago. And we did a whole lot of work on how we can make healthier food, but not diet food, look better, feel better, taste better, so you still leave with satiety. You get out of there saying, I had a great meal.
In today's time when organic food or health food has become such a fad, you don't even know what is organic. Here at 212 All Good, we're trying to present you food which is good for your gut, because it all starts from the gut. If you have a healthy gut, you're healthy all over. So we are not a health cafe, we are not a cafe serving diet food or raw food or vegan food. What we're trying to do is accomplish a perfect balance between eating comfort food, which is nutritious, which is healthy, and which is also made by using selected local fresh produce.
I don't consider myself a health chef. I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a dietitian. I just want to create good food that's good for the body. So it's comfort food, it's regular food, is just done as naturally and unprocessed as possible.
The idea of All Good is to make not only food but drinks that is good for your gut. That basically means none of the processed shit that we have. And for me, the biggest pain point at that time was, how do I make the beverage menu different from what other things are?
It was also about the sheer abundance of produce that you get in India. It was about the freshness of produce that you get in India. Why do I need to import something from Peru or Mexico or USA or anywhere when it is available here?
The more fresher and the more local your produce are, the more life it has in it, like the more prana it has in it to help us nourish. So that's one aspect of what we're focusing on, is getting the right ingredients.
We spoke to Gayatri from the Vrindavan farms, where we saw a whole lot of vegetables and ingredients which have been untouched, and that was so exciting.
What is different by sourcing ingredients from here than any other market is that I look at food not just as an output grown out of a seed, but something that takes a lot of energy, both of the earth as well as human energy. And when all of this is channeled in a pure and clean way, what you get out of it is really pure and clean.
I think 212 All Good is probably the most personalized restaurant that any of us have ever done.
Initially it was a little boring, because for me it was like, damn, why am I wasting 6 hours on researching how to make cola when I can just go and buy cola? It may not be healthy, but it's so much more convenient.
There were obviously a lot of fear factors involved, because will it run, will it not run, will people get what we're trying to do, will people accept us.
As we started talking through the process and we started looking at stuff and we started looking for local alternatives and we started looking for local produce and we started finding stuff and talking to vendors and suppliers and coffee growers, and there was just suddenly a day when everyone just bought into it and said, this is actually a great idea. I think it's when that realization came that we said, we can actually do this and we can do it right. And that's when the pace changed.
what was my eureka moment for me is when I made my cola. Now I can successfully say that I can give you two types of cola, a dark and a lemony cola. And yes, there's no caffeine in it. Then we came to the point of making tonic water. I think the first 3 tries were really bad, and on the 4th try, we actually got the tonic mixture right. Just the right amount of bitterness, just the right amount of earthiness. And then we added the soda, and we popped in a little of our homemade gin, and it was gin and tonic.
The ingredients are going to be the real stars here.
We're doing a lot of R&D for ingredients that we can ferment in-house.
We're trying to introduce a whole lot of new cooking techniques which are not used in regular restaurants, which is slow cooking. We're trying to use a lot of fermentation. We're trying to use a lot of dehydration. We're trying to use a lot of ingredients which people don't think are restaurant ingredients.
And whatever works flavor profile wise, it has to be tasty. It's not just for the sake of enhancing the nutritional value.
So even if you're eating a burger, you're eating a bun which is made out of an alternate flour, which could be an amaranth or nachni, and the patty in that will be made out of lean meat, so you don't feel guilty of eating a burger. It's all going to come on a plate as a very different experience. Today, a lot of people are finding the need or feeling the need to eat clean, and that's really pushed us to come up with a menu which you feel good.
So it is finally about balance.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you're out, that balance very rarely applies. So we said, why not be able to create something that gives you all of this without the guilt, and it is good for your system. So if I'm able to give you food that is within your taste range, but is way better for you, I think I've been able to deliver a hell of a lot.
And I've realized something, that if you put in the right amount of effort, you put in that love, you put in a little bit of dedication, and the product is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's all good, it's made in-house.
So I'm here to make sure that every single thing we do every single day is just all good, all the time.
One second.